So, what if I told you the secret to achieving extraordinary results isn't about doing more, but actually about doing less? It sounds a little backward, right? Well, in this explainer on the one thing, we're going to dive into how focusing all your energy on a single crucial domino can change everything. To really get this, I want you to picture something. Imagine a line of dominoes, just stretching out into the distance, as far as you can possibly see. And it all starts with just one tiny little domino, only 2 inches tall. You could knock it over with just a tap of your finger. It seems totally insignificant, almost laughably small. But this is where all the magic starts. See, here's the crazy part. There's this principle called geometric progression, which basically means each domino has enough power to knock over another one that's 50% bigger than itself. So that small, focused push creates a slightly bigger reaction, and that one creates an even bigger one, and so on and so on. And if you follow that chain reaction, that steady, focused progression of energy, well, by the time you get to the 57th domino, that single 2-inch push has created enough force to topple a domino that would literally stretch from here on Earth all the way to the moon. That's the power of starting small and staying focused. Now, this isn't just some cool physics experiment, right? This is a blueprint for success. It's called the domino effect, and it's all about how you can achieve those massive moonshot goals by doing less, not more. I think we've all felt this. You've got a dozen tabs open, your to-do list is a mile long, and you're trying to do everything at once. It's exactly like that old saying, if you chase 5 rabbits, you're not going to catch any of them. Your energy is just scattered, and you end up making no real progress on anything important. So, if chasing every rabbit is the problem, how in the world do you find the one that actually matters? Well, you need a compass. And that brings us to the absolute heart of this whole idea, the focusing question. Just take a second to let that sink in. This question is a tool. It's designed to slice right through all the clutter. It forces you to stop and identify not just what's on your list, but what is the single most powerful action, your lead domino, that will make all the other dominoes fall more easily or maybe not even matter at all. And this is how you transform that overwhelming, messy to-do list into a short, powerful success list. It's a total shift in focus, from the 100 things you could do to the one single thing you absolutely must do. Think about someone like Bill Gates. He didn't try to build the hardware, the operating system, and a search engine all at the same time. Nope. He had one thing, making software accessible for every desk. By absolutely nailing that one domino, he set off a chain reaction that, completely changed the world. Okay, so once you found your one thing, the next piece of the puzzle is giving it your undivided attention. And to do that, we have to tackle one of the biggest lies in modern productivity, the myth of multitasking. The truth is, extraordinary results almost never happen all at once. Success is sequential. It's built piece by piece, one domino after another. Trying to juggle a bunch of important tasks at the same time is really just a super efficient way to mess all of them up. I mean, look at Amazon. They didn't launch as the everything store. Jeff Bezos picked one thing, books. He focused every ounce of energy on becoming the best place in the entire world to buy a book. It was only after he completely dominated that first domino that he even thought about moving on to the next one. So the lesson here is pretty simple, but it's incredibly profound. Find your lead domino, your one thing. Give it your full, undivided attention. Knock it over, then and only then do you find the next one. That's how you build real, unstoppable momentum. All right, so you found your one thing. That's awesome. But let's be real. In a world of constant pings, emails, and notifications, how do you actually protect the time and energy you need to get it done? I want you to think of your day like an empty jar. The sand represents all the small stuff, the emails, the little distractions. The pebbles are your other less critical tasks. And the big rock? That's your one thing. Now, if you pour the sand and pebbles in first, is that big rock going to fit? No way. But if you put the big rock in first, everything else just fits neatly around it. The author of the book, Gary Keller, he actually lived this. While he was building his company, he blocked off 4 hours every single morning from 8 a.m. to noon, just for his one thing. That time was sacred. No calls, no emails, nothing. That was his big rock. So, why the morning? Why was that so important? Because he understood that our willpower isn't infinite. It's just like the battery on your phone. You wake up with a full charge, but every little decision you make, every distraction you have to fight off, it just drains it, bit by bit. So what does that mean for you? Don't waste your best energy, your peak willpower on low-impact tasks. Use that full battery charge to tackle your most important work, your one thing, first. Do what matters most before the world has a chance to wear you down. Okay, so what happens when a whole team or even a whole company applies this idea? When they find their lead domino and they protect the time to knock it down? Well, you get a massive chain reaction. And this isn't just a theory. Keller Williams Realty, they started out as a small firm. They asked the focusing question, and they figured out their one thing was recruiting talented agents. By focusing relentlessly on just that one activity, they set off a domino effect that grew them into the largest real estate franchise on the entire planet. So, this all comes back to you, right now. Forget about next year or even next month. What is the single most important domino that you can knock over today? Whatever that answer is, that's your starting point for achieving something truly extraordinary. Making this a habit is really the key. So for more explainers like this one that help you cut through the noise and find what truly matters, make sure you subscribe to UNLTD. Thanks so much for watching.